Those are linked. These are linked. Okay, got it. Lots of people. Lots of people to choose from this month. We have the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, both in the upright. So these are good energies. This is a sword energy is air. So that's Libra, Gemini. Who am I missing? Aquarius. And then with the cups, that's water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And they're both in the upright. And that's the positive of the situation, is that they're in the upright, so they're in a good space for themselves. They're doing what they need to. They're where they need to be. But in regards to relationship with you, it's not, neither one of them seem to have a lot of foundation or grounding to have a really solid relationship with you. All right, because with the Queen of Cups, she's doing what she needs to, but like she just doesn't feel like moving on. So I feel like this Queen of Cups is holding on to someone from the past, and even though it could have been like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but they're just holding them in their heart for a while. They're holding on to this relationship that already happened, and it's hard for them to move past and into a new relationship with you. So be careful of that, just because they are in a good space, but relationship, love-wise, their heart belongs to another. And they're okay with it, though. They're all right. It's like they're not pining over. It's not unrequited love situation. It's just, they just feel like, well, that's just it. I just love them, and that's how it is. Now, with the Queen of Swords, the situation there is, I think, like this Queen of Swords energy, and this can, remember, the Queen of Swords energy, I might say she, but it can be a he or she. Okay, so it can be either a man or woman in this reading. But the Queen of Swords energy has a couple people who are tying them back. So they might have children that are going through a very challenging time in their lives, and so they have to really take care of them. And so their focus is not on relationship, but it's on something else happening in their life. And it could be even at work, where people are acting like kids and it's pissing them off. But because they have to deal with it, and they're like, I always have to keep everyone in line. I'm so sick of it, But once again, they're doing what they need to, and so everything that they're deciding and how they are living their life is in a good space, and it's not vindictive, and it's not meant to hurt you. It's what they feel is right and what they feel they need to do in their own space. Now, the overarching situation of April is, I feel like you're drawn to both of them, and you want to be with both of them, but you also know that you don't have like this heavy duty connection, Taurus, if you're single. You just don't have this soulmate connection. And also, I feel like you're kind of in the same boat as like the Queen of Cups energy, okay? That you haven't quite let go of a sign. It could be a Leo, actually. I feel like a lot of you guys had a situation with a Leo in the past that just kind of shook you, and it's been hard for you to move on and move past that situation, kind of like, what the Queen of Cups is going through. And so you're kind of holding on, you're holding back because you don't feel strong enough to actually have a really solid relationship with either of these people, or anyone for that matter. But what is really important right now is to have faith in yourself, have faith in the universe to push you forward, and to let go of the past. Six of Cups reverse, like that's no longer an issue. That's no longer part of you, and take that lesson and move forward. Strength reverse, Six of Cups reverse right up here. It's hindering you now to use this Leo situation or this past relationship as a crutch in a way. And so you're missing out on opportunities with other people because of having an anchor in the past. So lift that anchor so you can actually see these people as who they are. And yes, they have challenges. Yes, they have things that they have to get through too, but they are also really important lessons for you to learn. And at this time, there's not that deep connection, but they are loving and they are needed right now in your life, in a way to remind you of what it's like to feel loved and to be loved. So let's pull some universal cards, universal love cards for you. I actually am going to pull just one today. That's all you need. Physical body. Yes, so it's kind of what I was talking about with reminding you of what it's like to love, Taurus, and what it's like to be loved. So this physical contact with, the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Cups or both, who knows? You need to touch them, feel them, hug them, love them, just to remind yourself and to rejuvenate and energize your soul and body to move forward to where you need to go. Okay, so let's move on to the couples for Taurus. Hello, my Taurian couples. This is for Taurus Sun, Rising, Moon, with one person in the relationship having some kind of Taurus in their chart. You can also check out for the Venus and the Mars. If you have Taurus in those, that would be prominent and worth your time. Okay, so let's call in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading, calling in the divine. What messages do you have for my Taurus couples where one or more of the people in the relationship are a Taurus, rising, sun, moon, Venus, Mars? Okay. That was right there. That's what you need, right there. Okay, so we have 8 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 9 of Staffs, and then the Ace of Cups reversed. So I'm going to pull some more cards, but they want me to just go through these 4 first. Okay, so the 8 of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles, 9 of Staffs reversed, Ace of Cups. Okay, so you guys are stagnant in the relationship. There's something happening in the relationship that's making it really difficult for you to move forward. And I feel like a lot of you guys are dating or engaged but haven't gotten married, or you're married and you're not moving to the house you want, or some situation where you're just feeling blocked over and over and over again. And I feel like it's actually due to a child. A Page of Pentacles is in the upright, and they just need a lot of support and they need a lot of love right now. And so it's kind of sucking away from the relationship itself. And so it's hard for you guys to, plan a romantic getaway because you have so many things that you have to take care of at home. And it might not be a child. It may be, just like something that needs a lot of attention. Also, because of that, it's like really hard for you to find your happiness and find your groove together, because you guys are constantly kind of struggling to try to take care of, once again, the child. Or I'm also feeling like, there's a lot of housework that needs to be done, or a lot of things that need to be fixed. And so you guys are constantly doing that instead. And then we have the Page of Swords, the Fool, and the Page of Cups reversed. And so this just like plays into what I was just saying. The Page of Swords reversed, the Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Swords is not reversed, it's upright. Like all of these messages, all of these things popping up that need your attention, that you need to see. Now, the nice thing about this is in a couple of situations, it's like, a message, this needs to be fixed. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Let's get it done. But you get it fixed and it's okay. And then also, I think you guys are going to get some help too. With the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords upright. I think like you're going to be like, oh gosh, my, toilet just went out. And then all of a sudden your tax return comes the day that it goes out so that it can be fixed. And so it's a bummer, but you guys get through it together kind of situation. And also the Fool in the middle of it. I love this. Have faith like this. Believe in each other. Okay, like that's what you guys are missing. You guys have forgotten how important it is to be together and how loving and how much you really like each other. All right, so have faith in each other. Take a risk on one another and jump together. Jump into this world, jump into this life together. Yep, 6 of Staves, so you can move on together. All right, so that's really the lesson in April is, during all of these kind of trials, little pop-up things that are happening of, your kid gets a cold and then it turns into strep, or like I said, plumbing goes out, or you get a flat tire. It irritates both of you guys equally. However, you can be equally irritated together and still love one another and find the humor and the joy and gratefulness that you have each other through these things. Laugh with one another. laugh, enjoy it, even though it's annoying. So let's pull the universal love card for you. And let's see here. How many do you need? Okay, you need 2. Oh, and look, 2 just popped out. Oh, how funny. Physical body and message from afar. All right, so this is like the physical body is what my single Taurus need too. So I'm telling you guys to get busy, get down with one another, enjoy each other physically, like really connect. Like when you start to feel annoyed with life and when you start to feel a little disconnected with one another, just rip each other's clothes off and get down to business. It's really important. And also, by connecting with one another, you're connecting with your higher self and connecting with the spirit world and the spirit realm, and you will get messages from opening your heart to your partner. You'll be getting messages from your guides too. So listen to your voice, and listen to your partner too. It's going to be awesome. All right. Similar to the love readings, I'm just pulling what is natural for your sign. So you may have 1 or 2 more than other signs, and vice versa. But it's all true to you, Taurus. It's what you need right now. Okay, so this is a complex reading, just that we have, some major arcana showing up: the Lover in reverse, the Magician, and the Tower in reverse. So there is a shift that is happening in relationship for sure. There's a breakup. There's a breakup of some sort that's happening, maybe with an air sign. So that's going to be Gemini, Libra. Who am I missing? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. My apologies, lost it for a second. But they're really the center of what's happening in April. They're kind of causing some turmoil with you. It's like they're stopping you from your own creativity, like they're putting on a block. I really feel like it's a romantic relationship or a feeling of love, like that kind of tie with somebody, and you're breaking up. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was supposed to end, but it still is not what you had hoped. I feel like they cheated on you, or they took something from you. And the way that this is all ending, and this could also be in work too, that somebody that you felt really close to, somebody who you felt like you could really work with and that you guys were compatible, it didn't work out. They stole your idea. They took something from you, but you had this inkling that it was going to happen. And the beauty of this, even though it's sad and it's painful that somebody would do something like that to you, is A, you already knew, B, you have what you need to actually back up your claims, and C, people are going to believe you. All right. We have the Page of Swords and the upright. So they're bringing the message of, okay, we see what's going on. How can we help? Also, the Magician is upright for you too. And so this is why the King of Swords, I feel like this person who's doing this to you is not only in the reverse because of what they're doing, but they're in the reverse because you are solid, Taurus, because you know what you need to do. And by doing that, you are ushering in a new time, a new age of emotional capacity for yourself. But in order for this to happen, you have to let all this go up here, okay? Because we have this beautiful Ace of Cups, so a new relationship is bound to come in, and you can will it in. The Magician showing up is a Mercury energy, so I feel like it's going to really happen the last part of April. So this new connection will rise, but first you have to let go. You have to let go. You have to let go of this relationship. You have to let go of this partnership. It could also be, for some of you, it's a mental partnership with yourself, like you are, because Swords is a mental energy. So you've been cheating. It could be that you've been cheating yourself for a long time, and because of that, you haven't been able to have the creative flow. Finally, somebody comes in and says, knock it off, Taurus. Knock it off. Get it together. You're amazing. And because of that, it ushers in a new feeling of emotional stability. And so you finally find your power and you break away from that idea of being a victim. All in all, though, this month, there will be some aspects of of loss, okay, of losing someone or some situation. But you will be ready for it, and it will show itself very clearly, especially with the Seven of Swords, like showing up. I really feel like the sneaky Pete is going to be let out. You're going to find out. They're not going to be in the shadows lurking. They're going to try. They're going to definitely try. And they're going to do it through, mental manipulation, by trying to gaslight you, by saying you're crazy, by saying you have no idea. Why don't you care about me? Like trying to get that feeling of guilt in you by saying certain things. So don't let them do that. Stand up for yourself. It's going to be really important that you absolutely stand your ground. All right, so we're going to call on the angel cards just for some added guidance. And power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. Because that card popped up, I'm going to pull on my animal spirit guide cards for you guys. So hold on just a second. Let me go get them. Okay. So I'm going to pull from the animal spirit knowledge cards just to add your power animal. First, most of you knew exactly what animal it was. When I read that card, an animal popped into your mind. Let your mind clear, see what animal comes across. But also, for those of you who are not connecting with an animal, I'm going to pull from these cards just to assist you. Okay? Oh, that was so easy. It just popped out. Oh, two of them popped out, so. We have the polar bear. And then we also have the totem. So the totem has all the animals involved. And then the polar bear. Let me hold this up so you can kind of see it. The polar bear is a symbol of power, wisdom, and peace. So remember how powerful you are. Find peace within your soul. Know that you are wise beyond belief and that you can lead your life in that way. The totem. The totem is a symbol of guardianship, that you are guarded. No matter what animal you call on, that is the right animal. That your ancestors are with you. That you are powered by hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands and thousands of years, millions and millions and millions of years of ancestors and energy that has brought you to where you are today. You are not alone.